And there we go again for game number 2, Invasion versus Titan. And what the hell of a game was that? Game number 1, absolutely the hammer. 50 minutes, Titan leading all the way, then, I don't know, casually losing their mid-tracks, and in the end, Invasion, like, all they wanted to give away is their outer towers, and I thought, like, this is not a good way, or not a good approach to win a game out of, like, a defensive mode, but it worked out. Like, the Ember Spirit and the team, the Quill Sprays, everything was just holding back Titan. They couldn't break high ground. I think, in summary, they did, like, just 50% to each of the tier 3 towers, but never, like, yeah, never managed it to get on the high ground. So Titan just striking back in one fight, some buybacks here and there, another second fight going really, really bad for Titan, and bam, you just had 2 Rexes and Mega Creeps, easy going. So Invasion, like, they were already a surprise in the last game I casted them, this time even more. The question is now, can Titan strike back? Like, they're not a bad team, not even close. So, I mean, they kept all their advantages almost all the way, and Invasion just better in strategy and strike backs pretty much. Either way, my name is HeflaTV and I'm not alone anymore. Kylie is now with me. Finally I have a co-caster, so you don't have to listen to my voice all the time. Kylie? You there?
Yeah. Oh, I am. I am here.
I'd say
I'm
let's
finally
hop into
awake,
draft.
Yeah, these SEA games and the scheduling, it's always really fun to deal with. Normally there's like, I don't know, this time, so normally when I'm supposed to cast games, there's a massive delay, right? Well, apparently this game got it backwards and they put it 2 hours before I thought it was happening. So
yeah, it's,
I just can't catch a break. But
I just said it in the lobby to the admin in German, so you couldn't understand it. But it was pretty much, yeah, I woke up and it was already 5 minutes after 1. So I looked at the JD ticker and our schedule and I was like, hey, there was a joinDOTA game today. We were supposed to cast it. Then I read our HeflaTV chat. And then it was said, like, yeah, game is postponed, but then again, game was not postponed. So the first thing I did, just being in shorts, just running to the computer, setting up OBS, starting the stream, getting into the lobby, and that's where, yeah, ended up. Unfortunately, none of you were available for the first game as a co-caster, so it doesn't really matter. I just had to cancel some real-life plans for it, but I do it pretty much. I would do it again all the time, so to bring the viewers, of course, such an amazing game with a quality cast here. Anyway, I think the draft, yep, they're done with the first ban rotation, so let's have a look into it. Invoker, Bat, Lycan, and the Rasta.
yeah, nothing too surprising except maybe the Rasta, but I guess he's always been a bit more popular in the Eastern scene than in the Western, so seeing him in the first phase isn't as surprising. Maybe at this point in time it is. A month or two ago I'd be like, yeah, that Shadow Shaman ban makes a lot of sense, but well, he won't be in the game regardless. And then, well, Titan to go for the Ancient Apparition here, and it's a hero I see first picked a lot, and teams have had it has been nerfed, and we've seen mixed success with Ancient Apparition, and I'm still not sold on him as first pick material. Like when you have the first pick, maybe in the first phase if you have like the double pick or with your second pick, but I don't know. He requires some things to build around him, and you need to kind of win your lanes, or else you never find 6 and you're sad. But I don't know. Teams still just love him, and his team fight, what he brings to a team fight is certainly unique, and there's really no other hero that can do what he does.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ancient Apparition nerf here in a 6.81B was, to be honest, nothing that I understood. So I have no idea what Ice Rock actually thought with that, because, I mean, how many Ancient Apparitions do we cast since 6.8? I mean, 6.8 was the Ancient Apparition time. Every team wanted to get it. It was the first ban. It was first pick material. Then it, like, kinda, I don't know, with 6.81 or even at the end of 6.8, it kind of fell on the background, and it was then second pick. It was second ban maybe, and then now it's just coming here depending on which team is trying to utilize it. I mean, it's still a very strong ultimate, for example, and also a nice support hero, but I don't understand. And then again, I mean, if there's an Ancient Apparition, what spells do we see? We see sometimes Cold Feet being first when you have some sort of stun setup. Then, I don't know, 90 or 80% of the cases we have the Chilling Touch being skilled first. And now Ice Rock comes with the 6.81B patch, and he's nerfing Ice Vortex, but not even the eventual number. He's just nerfing the first some numbers, like the slow amount on the spell. I don't understand, because Ice Vortex...
This nerf really doesn't mean anything. I mean,
Yeah.
people never really use Ice. The slow is okay. I mean, it's nice, and I guess at level 1 it gets brought down a little bit, but that's not you use it for vision more so. A lot in the earlier game, like when you only have that 1 point, it's become that useful until you level it up anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this hero's just in a fine spot. I don't think it needed some sort of massive nerf bat. It gets picked first a lot, but it's still kind of situational. You're gonna have top tier heroes anyway. I think it's in a fine spot for what it is, and I'm pretty sure that people are just picking AA right now as more of just a meta thing than this hero is really super strong, stronger than all this other sports thing. But, yeah.
So the fact is, I don't think this patch will have any repercussion whatsoever when it comes to AA picks. I think we still see him like a 50-50 hero to pick, pretty much. So you're never really sure if you have to ban him or not. But either way, the rest is already going on. We have a Viper and the Nature's Prophet on Invasion side. So Titan was actually right banning the Nature's Prophet in the first game, because now that he wasn't banned, we actually see the Nature's Prophet coming out, which is definitely interesting. The Viper, by the way, was also banned by, I think, Invasion, though. Yeah, Invasion banned it, and I explained it by, I don't know, having an Enchantress and having an Ember Spirit. I don't know, it could have been a ban or pick for both of the teams, and last time they decided to ban it, which is, I guess, good. This time, of course, we have a Viper there. If that's a mid-Viper, I assume so for now. On the other side, we talked already about the Ancient Apparition, and the Weaver is now coming out, the little bug. And as far as I know, Weaver did not receive any changes, as well as Furion. So far, all the heroes except for Ancient Apparition, none of them are infected in 6.81b. And the second ban rotation is already coming out. Let's see what we got there.
Yeah, Darkseer and Razor just now taken up by Invasion as they pick up a Rubik for their third hero. Titan do take out the Doom and the Treant, just two very annoying heroes banned out by Titan. The Living Armor and Doom are two of those. Those spells just can ruin a fight completely one way or the other. It's very obnoxious. And the Razor ban, I guess, is against the Viper. We've seen a lot more people play Razor, and I guess Yamate plays a decent Razor. Darkseer, just solid hero, so no surprise there. And two supports coming out, good ones for each team. We got Rubik and Sand King in sequential order here.
Yep, and again, like there's like our permanent viewer, Invisible Blue there. He's like, SK, give SK, SK, please, net, SK. And there we go. We have the Sand King, of course, coming out. On the other side, you already said it, Rubik and Rave King. I mean, Rubik so far, I always like to see a Rubik when we have a Weaver on the pitch, just because he can steal Chikuchi, which forces the other team into getting some sort of detection, or this Rubik is gonna get really fast, very annoying, because he can just bring himself in position, he gets away, even though he's like supposed to be a squishy support, and yeah, I definitely like it. Rave King is coming out. You know me, I'm a big fan of the Rave King in a support role. Like, I even played it. Yeah, actually, yes, I played Dota yesterday. I can't even believe it. I played like.
Wait, I also played Wraith King support yesterday in one of my 3 games.
Whoa, yeah, no, like it's awesome. Like in the last 2 days,
fun.
we didn't have too much cast, so I actually had the time to play some Dota 2 on my private channel. But yeah, Wraith King support, I just love it. I love it much more than the carry role. Let's see what he gets here in Invasion Esports. I mean, so far he can be both, like if they wanted to, but I'm still assuming this is gonna be support. And talking about support, we have now, of course, Sand King Ancient Apparition as supports on Titan's side. The Weaver is gonna be the one who has to pretty much deal a whole lot of damage, and the Clockwork again on Titan. Like he had like a dry spot in the mid of the game. Like he hit twice his team members, and also failed with a couple hook shots. Then in the end, he was actually good. Like in midst of a fight where 10 players plus a lot of creeps and creep waves and everything was fighting, suddenly in all this mess, he was so on spot with the hook shots. But whenever there was like a free shot, he missed it. I don't know why, but like he kind of needs the pressure to make the hook shots work. And I mean, they worked out. But then again, he also had a combination of a Skywrath Mage, which means if you get something in your cogs, then yes, you had the Skywrath ultimate. Easy going, easy kill. So let's see how it works this time. We have the 5th ban rotation coming, or the 3rd ban rotation with the 5th bans here. The Brewmaster is getting out, which I like. I don't want to see this hero anymore. Please delete. And yeah, the DK on the other side.
Yep, and like you said, Clockwork does do a lot better if you have decent follow-up. And Ancient Apparition is certainly nice, but your Ice Blast isn't always readily available. Weaver, just ranged auto attacks are nice. Sand King could burrow strike in, but nothing like... Other than the Ice Blast, there's nothing too huge like that Skywrath ult you mentioned. I don't know. We'll see if they actually do want to opt for something like that, because we don't see a ton of heroes with that sort of, like, I don't know, inside cogs, like that level of AoE.
Yeah. And Titan has to go more
meta.
greedy anyway. Like, this is not enough. This is just not enough. They need something decent in the mid, something that has potential, because right now, as it is, we have split push on the invasion sides, we have Viper dishing out here and there some damage, as well as being tanky. We have the Wraith King, who has then later the opportunity to go in tanky, and there we go. So invasion goes for the Morphling, so we will support Wraith King, and the Morphling will be farming. This is quite something, to be honest, because you have to chew through the Wraith King twice. You have the split push always being annoying. You have a global presence there with a Nature's Prophet. You have the Viper who is tanky as hell, as well as making the life of your supports just miserable. And you have the Morphling, which was quite sick in farm on Titan's side last game. I don't know if you saw the game in the end, but he was pretty much 6-slotted and did a whole chunk of damage. It wasn't enough to win the game, but still, like the Morphling now on invasion side, if they keep the game on going another 50 minutes and the Morphling has like here and there window of getting some farm up. I'm not talking even about 6-slotted, just getting shotgun up is quite some stats to be mobile on the entire map. Let's see how this goes. Titan, what is coming? It has to be something nice, heavy, greedy. Yeah, Grievel's greed.
I haven't seen a Mid Alchemist in like, it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's
been
almost really
a
what it's
while.
going to be here. And actually, well, Ohio's on the Sand King right now. He's typically the offlaner, so that could be interesting. We'll see if they actually stay in there.
Yep,
Stay
I
with
mean,
what
I
the
like
heroes
the
look like.
Alchemist. It has been a while we've seen him in like an all-out carry position. I've seen him a couple times played in the mid, but then more or less as a roaming sort of Alchemist. But that this one has to be a carry, like a full-out carry, going really tanky, really heavy in hits, and also heavy in the Grievous Creed. But then again, if he's gonna be played mid, for example, I'm not sure if he can get the Grievous Creed off. That's the biggest problem I have at the moment. So actually both teams need quite a while till they get their stuff online, to a certain extent that we can talk about high ground here. But I don't know. Let's see. It's really, on paper, I probably give Invasion the better draft, just because of the potential with the Wraith King. Of course, the Morphling maybe taking out support directly, like Ancient Apparition. Even the Weaver being quite squishy, he has to go tank up quite something. The Alchemist, I don't like it actually against the Morphling, because you need... What the hell is going on here in the background? You need him to build the Lincolns, and the Alchemist only with one stun to take the Lincolns off. I don't really like it. But anyway, we have to introduce the teams, or maybe we don't even manage to, because they are meeting each other at the moment. And let's see what's happening there. I mean, Nature's Prophet, you're in a very awkward position. If there's a stun coming out, oh, and he sees him, but now, oh, he's running the other way. Right?
If they can find that Wraith King stun, they're not quite going to find it, but I mean, Invasion's level in fights pretty good. I guess Burrow Strike's decent as well, but they had a lot of stuns ready to go if they did actually find something. But
there's some harass coming out here by the Nature's Prophet. They keep on... I mean, they want to ward the enemy jungle. That's the entire purpose. But now, oh, there's a Weaver, Chikochi. No, he doesn't use Chikochi. Now, with the telekinesis, this is a safe first blood. There was even the sentry used, so they have now even additional vision in the enemy jungle. So Invasion starting out with their first blood, and now I take this small window here to introduce them. We have Snow on the Morphling. We have then here Afsed playing on the Rubik, ADTR on the Wraith King. In the offlane we're gonna have Ghost here on the Nature's Prophet. By the way, who got the last hit there? Yeah, it was even Ghost who got the first blood. And in the mid we have EasyG88 on the Viper.
Yep, and for Titan, in the offlane on Clockwork, we got Ohio. Mid lane can be played by Yamate on that Alchemist. Got Extinct sitting on the Ancient Apparition in the jungle right now. KOX by making his way bottom lane after dying on the Weaver. And then last but not least, got Net on his famous Sand King. And yeah, that first blood was... I don't really know. Maybe they didn't see the sentries get placed. I don't know. But if they check inventories, they would know they were there. And KOX by just playing way
Well, they know
way too
at
aggressively
least.
trying to run by there.
I mean, they know at least about one of the sentries because they killed the Weaver. Or maybe they don't even suspect because the Weaver, he died before he got the second Chikuchi off. Or actually, he got the Chikuchi off but died in the same second. But yeah, I guess they should suspect.
Well, no, I meant like before he died. Like they should have maybe expected something, but
yeah. Well, here at top, the Clockwork definitely has to be a bit more careful though, because like if he gets a combination of the Skywrath Mage stun as well as of course the... Oh, that was a nice rocket flare interrupting the clarity after Wraith King. So Wraith King standing there for quite a while without a stun. He's 30 mana short of a second potential stun. I mean the burst damage coming from Waveform plus Telekinesis plus the Wraith Fire Blast, and as I'm talking, oh wow, like this is just ring around the rosy. Now the dewarding actually starts here in the enemy jungle. Look at this. So the first sentry ward is going down, but it should be still blocked. But at the same time, oh my god, they have been seen here by this one. Look at this sentry ward. It's not getting the observer, so the observer being safe, and they saw this rotation. This is an easy one for the mid. Viper knows exactly what's going on.
yeah, it's not your typical ward spots. They place the sentry trying to deward the camp, which was blocked, which they did get, but yeah, they do miss that observer ward. So that's decently annoying, and yeah, they chose like the one spot to smoke that wasn't going to work out, assuming their deward had gone off, and well, mid lane will be just fine. Support's even coming down to help, maybe if they were required, but
yep,
not going to be.
Oh, what? This is a new courier. Haven't seen him before. Wait, that was the wrong one. There we go. Courier, come on, do it. Look at it. It's looking amazing.
What is
but
this guy?
We have a go in the mid. That was, I think, yeah, that was a stun. But now, oh my god, stunned by the Wraith Fire Plus, as well as, of course, slowed from the high ground to the low ground. The Viper getting easy kill. But yeah, what is this courier? It looks like, I don't know, like the retarded brother of Slark. Like,
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it's like his moron cousin. I don't know. But it really looks like it. Like the Slark face with... Oh, actually it looks like a rhino. It's not even a fishy. Now that it's the flying form, I actually see the picture. But I definitely like that courier. It looks cool.
Yep. That's something right there, certainly. Good couriers. Yeah, good couriers on both sides of this game. I'll give them both A's this time around. We've seen some pretty dumb couriers, but these ones are good.
Yeah,
these ones are perfectly alright.
I wonder how many couriers there are out there by now. I mean, seriously, like cosmetics and Dota. I mean, we have a lot of hats, of course. That's for obvious reasons. Thanks, Volvo. But like when it comes to courier, like probably 200 at least, or
there are a lot. I don't know about 200 maybe, but that couldn't be
with
that
different.
far
I mean.
off.
Maybe 200 when you take in consideration that there's like, for example, the Greevils with different colors and everything,
Yeah.
different styles, and different
Yeah.
styles you can activate and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe 200 is a bit exaggerated. But anyway, in the mid we have actually another go here on the Alchemist. Pretty much, yeah, Nature's Prophet coming in, saying hello with a Sprout, and that is just enough for the Viper. So Viper absolutely winning her lane. But then again, we have a Assault, more Battery Assault here, but in the end it's not enough to make anything happening. So Ohio with a Haste Throne, you can't really go against those two supports. Like, either would just have something against him. There would be another Telekinesis, another Wraith Fire Blast soon ready. So he had to find the Rubik, maybe alone. That would have worked.
Yep, and yeah, Alchemist just, I mean, even when just playing against a Viper as a melee hero is just ridiculously annoying. He's level 6 to really actually sustain here at all, but he's working towards it now, but Viper's already almost level 7 after those kills, so he's in pretty damn good shape, and...
Yep, very good even. And now maybe we would even see something on a Clockwork happening. There were some blinks, but this was just for, you know, getting the neutrals. But I think we have a go, or at least attempt on the Nature's Prophet. I mean, unless he gets the TP out, he's really vulnerable to that. And now we have the Alchemist. Oh, he's already channeling. Oh my god, of course he is done. Now they have to come in. The Swarm is giving the vision. There has to be a burst strike yet though. But he's actually getting out. He's getting out of there. Oh my god.
That's kind of the problem with Alchemist. When you decide to go, you kind of have to go. And well,
look,
just the rest of the team running down.
Look what they want to do. The Viper plus 2 supports are coming. They want to fish whatever is left here. But now, this might be a bad idea. Or is it? There is already a stun channeled by the Alchemist. No telekinesis yet. He's actually getting the stun on the Viper. That might actually be the death of the Viper. Not yet. Now, it is enough. Net. Do they have vision? The Weaver is coming in. That's a lot of damage, of course, on the Nature's Prophet. He has to run. He has to be stunned or anything. Nature's Prophet for now. he's getting out, as well as Ned. No detection, that's really bad. And now the Weaver, of course, he knows they don't have the mana. Is there a Wraith Fire Blast? No, he has no stick. If he had just a stick, this would be so easy for him. He would have just Wraith Fire Blasted that Weaver, and that would have been a kill. As well as, of course, having a Dust or a Sentry. I think we just saw how a triple kill was given away.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird fight, to say the least. And yeah, cores going out left and right. At the end of the day, what actually did end up happening there? I think it was ended up being a 2-for-1 at the end of the day, I think. Yeah, that looks about right. So yeah, that's probably the Alchemist in this, the way he is right now. It's just like, when you gank with him, if you turn the stun on, you kind of have to go for it, even if it is under the tower like you did against Nature's Prophet without the rest of the team, which is the one weakness. The stun is really good if you time it right. It's like really, really good, but if you don't, you put yourself in a really bad spot, and yeah, pretty easy escape for Nature's Prophet. But yeah, that was a pretty strange fight to take by the. But there's really nothing else they
both of
can
the
do
teams
about it.
actually. Because, I mean, they had nothing against Chikuchi invisibility, they had nothing against the Sandstorm invisibility. That's why I said, like, the Weaver ending up really, really low, and I think it's really by item choices. Like, if that Rubik had a Sentry Ward, and the Wraith King had, like, as a support, you always should have a stick, in my opinion. Like, it's the best damn item in the game. And if he had a stick, he would have gotten at least 10 charges in this fight, by all the spells that were triggered, especially the Chikuchi and Swarm, whatever else was used there. I mean, there was so much use. This must have been at least 10 charges, so he had the mana with a stick, and that would have been the death of the Weaver, which is a high value kill. But now we have a 3-man smoke here, and they're heading towards mid. The question is, does Viper see it before? Oh, there is a level 3 Burst Strike as well, and now a very nice stun, of course. The Battery Assault, he's not getting out of here. The Cogs making sure of it, but there has been a rotation. Now these Cogs is more or less a death trap. Is there another Wraith Fire Blast? There is a Sprout for now on the SK. They try to hold in place. He also has no stick, and therefore you don't get out without mana.
Yeah, would have been a tough time, I think, without it. Even so, I mean, there was another stun ready to go on the Wraith King, so I don't know if it would have saved him there. But yeah, I do agree that with how active this Wraith King has been, it's a hero you definitely want to stick on just because of his low mana pool. But same could be said for Rubik because he has more spells to use as well. But yeah, with how, I don't know, they went for the boots earlier because they've been roaming around the map, so I can't really blame them for that. But yeah, I would like to see a stick at some point. But instead, looks like Wraith King is the guy buying wards, buying smokes. Yeah, dust. So yeah, he's become the bit of the team bitch right now. But I'm sure he will get that. Magic Stick is a damn good item on this hero.
Yep.
And even like carry roll, it's ridiculously good.
And in the meantime, we see actually the Weaver and the Alchemist. The Alchemist utilizing his first ultimate already, the Chemical Rage, to go for the tower. But there is now a rotation. There is actually a stun on the Weaver. It's hitting, and there has been a dust used. Now there is a stun channeled up on the Alchemist, trying to hold him back, but it's already too late. Look at this Nature's Wrath. So much burst damage. He's trying to go for the Rubik, but this would be a very bad choice. But in the end, Weaver going down. It's not going Titan's way at the moment, not at all. It's 8-2, and all this is happening pretty much in the right 2/3 of the map, and the left third, there we have a Morphling, and this Morphling is absolutely happy. 55-23. The Weaver now, like in all those fights, but not really getting kills. I mean, he had nice CS before, but the Morphling is now catching up, of course, overtaking him as we speak, and the Weaver, of course, losing gold due to dying. The good thing is the Midas is there. He has to use the Midas now. There we go. So the Midas, of course, helping him. On the other side, though, we have a Midas as well. So they're equally in at least farm opportunity. They're even equal in level. I have actually no idea how that's possible with the Weaver dying, but I guess being part of those kills gave him the advantage there, even though he left the lane.
Weaver's lane was easier earlier because Nature's Prophet was gone a lot. I would say that's where a lot of the little bit of advantage for him came from, whereas top lane, the Clockwork was still being kind of annoying, throwing rockets, things like that. So I'd reckon that's where a lot of that came from. But yeah, I mean, with the supports, I mean, they got those early boots on the Rubik and the Wraith King, and they've been walking around making things happen, and it shows on the scoreboard 8-2, and giving that Morphling a little bit more of an edge there in the top lane, making the supports and the Clockwork leave that lane.
And also Midas gaming-wise, at the moment, Invasion, like, as I said, they're not interested in like early push game or defend game whatsoever, like we saw it in in the other one, and also Titan not banking on this early push strategy we had. Like, you should have seen the game 1 and the pressure they applied. That was quite amazing, to be honest. But this time both teams are interested in quite a decent farm. I'm not quite sure if it's a good idea, to be honest, to go on for the long run against the Morphling, but I don't know. The fact is we have 2 Midases on Invasion. That means the longer the game goes, the more advantages is coming out of it. But now we have a stun here on the Alchemist. His ultimate fades now. This is of course the worst timing. And the Rubik even stealing. He's getting killed with his own stun. So yeah,
they do get the tower kill at the very least. So there's a little bit of something for that. But Treant's gonna pop up from Nature's Prophet. They may want to actually push in return here, do some chip damage at the very least. Got that Vampiric Aura online too, so. Yeah, Wraith King's almost level 6, so that's basically his best fighting ability. And Rubik just finishing Arcane Boots, which is really nice for them as well. It'll help the Wraith King out a ton, as well as the Rubik, who just needs that extra mana pool when he has the full complement of spells. Unstable Concoction's 120 mana now as well, so yeah, he'll need all this mana.
Yep, and now we see the first push attempt here by Invasion, pretty much. They have, of course, one creep wave. Oh, but there's a nice stun on the Rubik, and the Rubik actually going down. But now the Alchemist, well, with the Chemical Rage, I don't think they can make anything happen. Now the Wraith King, he will go down probably the first time. Yes, everybody's slowed, but unfortunately he will go down a second time. There is already a Plate Mare on the Clockwork, so whatever he would have done, he dies either way. So that's 2 nice kills, actually. Not too much damage done on the tier 1 tower, so yeah, Titan striking back.
Yeah, that was just, I mean, really patient from Yamate, striking at the exact right time, just emasculating that Rubik with the Acid Spray combo. That was a full stun channel too. You don't often get a chance to throw the full channel anymore, with how it's a bit of a tighter window, but well, he sure as hell found it and just blew that Rubik up. And yeah, Wraith King's ultimate being used for the first time, it's down for 220 seconds, and it achieved pretty much nothing the first time around, so.
Yeah, but now we have a go on the Beaver, or is that actually a go? Is this just, no, this is just some harass damage here. And now the Rubik, being level 7, he has Chikochi, that makes him so annoying.
Yeah, it definitely does. And
oh, but there's an Ice Blast flying in.
Oh,
yeah, and he instantly morphs out, and he definitely needed that. I don't know if he's in shatter range or not.
He should live. Yeah, he'll be. That was very close though.
Yeah, that was really close, even for a level 1 Ice Blast. But yeah, give this another 50 damage or so, and I think he would have shattered.
It's definitely a nice shot. We'll delay that push just a little bit there, and oh, there's the Shikuchi lift from the Rubik into the Fade Bolt. Wraith Fire Blast. Oh, you're only missing there with the way the dust timing was, but he's out of mana now, so he's pretty dead.
Yep, easy kill there. The Wraith King being happy. He's the one who gets the kill. Level 6 Wraith King, of course. And they wanted to go for the tower, yes, and I don't think they can do anything against. The Cliff is coming out. The Alchemist, of course, with a Chemical Rage. The problem about Chemical Rage and the Viper is you have permanently this corrosive skin on you. But now, oh, there's another Ice Blast, but the Mac healing them up already. And now the Alchemist is finding himself surrounded by pretty much 4 people. I don't know what he's doing here, but he was just steering forward into like those 4 heroes. Like, I don't know, this looked like kamikaze to me.
With the Ice Blast timing, but the Ice Blast, like, I don't really know where he targeted it, but like it went through all those heroes, but it like exploded way past them.
Yeah, it was here or somewhere. I don't understand. Like, because that Ice Blast on the Furion, the impact damage, I think that should have been enough for a kill. But
they would have gotten 2 kills, I think, if that landed, and it just, I don't know. He just wasn't. Maybe he misclicked or something. I don't really have a great excuse for that, but no real reason just to overshoot all those heroes. That's where they were all standing. Probably should have been where he detonated it.
No, this really felt like some strange. Oh my god, the Ice Blast, I think even stolen, yeah, by the Rubik. But now we actually have to go in another Ice Blast, this time the real one on the Viper, as well as the Hook Shot. I mean, the Red King trying to buy, of course, some time. Actually, yeah, the Sand King is going down over time. There is another stun. Yeah, there is another stun, and this time, I mean, the Rubik is definitely going down. He channeled his Sandstorm, which he stolen before, but it doesn't really help him. But is there a turnaround? Oh my god, the Wraith King wanted to go greedy, and for this one, you have to pay. But the Nature's Prophet coming from the back now. We saw feeding on Titan's side. Invasion is now trying to do the same, and they did it very successfully. 4 heroes down. Snow is the last man standing here. This is, I don't know, like crazy throws at the moment by both teams. Like the last fight of Titan was awkward, but this one by Invasion I think topped it even.
That was worse. That was really not, I don't know. It's Southeast Asian Dota, I guess, but like, I mean, I have no idea why they just conveyor belted in. Like, I mean, I'm sure you have the global support from Nature's Prophet there at the end, but like, I mean, it's just 15 minutes of the game. What does Prophet even have? It's not like he can like come in and not be dead. He has basically just the Midas and phase boots. He's just gonna blow up.
Yeah, Midas phase boots coming in there. Not even the Nacros ready. Now, of course, he has the Nacros ready, but still, I mean, after the Rubik died, I think everybody was sort of agreeing to go back, but then the Wraith King going in without his ultimate, trying to, I don't know, get a kill on the Ancient Apparition by the negative Urn Charge combination as well as the Wraith Fire over time damage. But then also the Nature's Prophet coming in. I didn't understand, but we have to look at the crafts. It's 16 minutes, so we have to get a first impression on how it's actually standing here when we put the whole thing in numbers. And it's 1000 at the moment for Invasion, but they used to be already at 4k, so they lost with the last couple of fights there quite a lot. When it comes to gold, their Invasion is a lot more stable. 4k at the moment. They also used to be at 5k, and at the moment, yeah, it's sort of, yeah, stagnating at 4k, which is, I guess, good for 16 minutes though. Give that one tower and a team fight, and we are looking at already at a turnaround graph.
Yeah, it's a slight lead for Invasion still, but I mean that last fight basically turned this around to its. I would call it maybe not even, but if it's not even, it's pretty damn close to even. That last fight, Weaver did pick up a mega kill streak on someone, I believe. Yeah, that Nature's Prophet, so 670 gold for him. Working towards that Lincolns. Both teams do have their mech now as well. As we see a smoke into the jungle, or I guess the Radiant Ancients from the dire side.
We're gonna find them. Look at this. But Alchemist already popping his ultimate, and there is the hook shot as well as, of course, the Plate Mail. Ice Blast on top of it. 2 are hit, and Net coming there with a double. And still, no, ultimate is ready on the Wraith King. They have to kill him the second time. Do you want to go for the Rubik? In the meantime, it doesn't look like it. Just the Alchemist following him, but now poor Wraith King, he's definitely dead. The question is, Alchemist still going for the Rubik. That stun is channeled. Does he get it off? No! He's stunning himself, but no rotations whatsoever from Invasion. Like, they give up on this. So Alchemist has to go back. But if that full out stun would have hit, he still had the chilling touch from the Ancient Apparition. That would have been a kill on the Rubik.
Yeah, Rubik, nice little juke behind that tree, just fogged him out for the split second he needed to. So he makes that okay, but once again, I mean, 2 more kills going the way of Titan, and Wraith King going down with his ultimate doing pretty much nothing yet again, and he sorely needs this Blink Dagger. He's gone for a lot of in-between items. Like, I am not a fan of this, because your biggest weakness on this hero is the mobility, just because you...
Who?
Well, you basically just want to blink in. Oh.
You want to Blink Dagger on who? I didn't understand.
On Wraith King.
Wraith King, yeah, I know. Like Wraith King, Blink Dagger, yeah, it's definitely needed. But I mean,
he's got like he's gone for an urn, a magic wand, and finished his treads, and been the person buying wards, smoke, and stuff for his team. So, I mean, sorry, dust, but
yeah, but
like
not bad
you
for
really
support,
need this
though. Like if you think about it, that he has been really full support with the Rubik together, then these items are actually quite impressive.
I just would have used the money differently, I think. Because his ultimate's done nothing this game because he can't get in the middle of them. He's been like sprouted up, but cogsed up, just separated from the team. He can't keep up. Like I don't know. I would like to see the blink a little bit faster, but he
does the Clockwork get the deny here on the tower? Oh my god, Nature's Prophet actually getting in, and now they go on a Clockwork Plate Mail. Of course used. Is there a Sprout? Yes, Sprout is coming. It should be enough, but there's an Ice Blast. The Ice Blast is gonna hit on 2! Oh my god.
Ohio
the Rubik instantly going down, and he survives! He survives! How did he do that?
I have no idea. But nice Ice Blast shot from the top, from wherever Ancient Apparition was. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how they didn't finish him. It was just one more right click. I guess they just tried to get away. But after that Ice Blast, you gotta kind of accept your fate. You're pretty dead
like
when you're hit.
That Ice Blast, I mean, you were dead. Like, it's you have to get your last will and kill that Clockwork. They put so much effort in it, and then he survives with 20 HP. I have no idea how he did that. It must have been a stick use or something. Yeah, he is on no charges, so he used the stick. That's how he survived that last one. By the way, Net here, he's looking for an epicenter, not just a normal one, a big one. And there, it is channeled. He is blinking in. Ice Blast is gonna hit as well. The Swarm on top and the right clicks. Of course, the Wraith King coming in. Now they're trying actually something, and the Weaver just getting obliterated. So Viper, he survives. I can't believe that. That was level 2 epicenter, full duration, Ice Blast, as well as swarm damage and a Gemini attack of the Weaver, and the Viper still lives.
just look at his items. I mean, he's got point booster, mech, and a cloak. On top of that, like that cloak saved his life 100%.
Oh, but talking about it, the Clockwork actually got the kill now on the Nature's Prophet with the rocket flare. The Alchemist being hasted, so they're out of here. Seek and destroy, easy one on the Nature's Prophet. That's the second time he's pretty much dead after, I don't know, he returned from the fountain.
Yep, and now all of a sudden, I mean, they did lose the Weaver there mid lane in a bit of a biff, but all of a sudden it was it 13-8 not that long ago? Now it's 14-13. Titan making their way back in the kill count. Looking at the graphs as well, they've plateaued on the gold most, but I mean the XP right now is definitely in favor of Titan right now with after all these kills in a row, and they're farming a bit more effectively, I would say, at the moment too. So, well, bottom lane they want to go again.
Oh,
Ice
actually
Blast.
the stun has been
Nice
channeled. He's stunning himself. Look, the Ice Blast is still going on the Rubik, but I don't think he's too impressed by this. There is actually a rocket flare, but this rocket flare also completely off target because he has to send it from across the map. So in the end, no kill there. The Alchemist stunning himself. That should not happen though.
Yeah, it's the lift was just really smart from the Rubik, and when you're Alchemist, you just gotta throw it a bit. I mean, they knew where like he had vision. He probably should have just thrown it a bit earlier. I think he also may have thrown that in the acid spray first, which also does give Rubik a bit more of a chance to act. But well, at the end of the day, they don't find anything, so no real big deal. They don't lose any heroes either, so it's probably fine.
It's 13-14. Like it starts like the other game, so. In 40 minutes, we're gonna see some really epic fighting going on. Like the only thing that's of course different this time, we have Invasion on the Dire side, and I mean Titan. They took the first Roshan in, I don't know, 15 minutes, 16, 17 or something, if I remember correctly. But they had a very early Roshan, and then they kept pretty much going for Roshan all the time as soon as Roshan was up. So I don't know, this time Net playing Observer Ward for now. And by the way, do you see him also in cast animation?
He's got the old do, but he may have to help his teammate here.
Yeah, he has to. And there's the Burst Strike on 2 actually. But Alchemist, he won't make it out. That's really too bad. And now Net finding himself in a very awkward position. Adaptive Strike, yep, you won't get out of here. Viper, in the end, getting a double kill. Easy going. And I was talking about Roshan. Now with the Necro units being up, sure, why not?
Yep, they'll just walk around in there, and it is Necro 3 now as well, so this is a pretty decent timing for Invasion Necros. When you get that Necro 3 the first time, that's when they're definitely the strongest.
Look at this Ice Blast and the Rocket Flare coming in. I mean, it won't matter too much, they will still get the Roshan, but like these projectiles all over the map, like make this Aghanim Scepter level 3 Ice Blast and Rocket Flare and maybe some other external damage in it. It's actually quite something. So you have to be always aware that there's like 2 things flying across the map that could potentially kill you. Like if you're an Invasion player.
It's like watching out for a bunch of Sunstrikes, but there's Sunstrikes from different heroes this game.
Is there a go on Ohio? No, they don't want to. I mean, the problem is here the Ancient Aberration being already super low, so he's not really interested in getting something done. But then again, Wraith King, he might be in a position for a hook shot. Ohio, or no? I don't know. Rubik now here. And the Clockwork. Okay, Clockwork gets a BKB. Like his farm is quite decent to be honest, but let's see if they go for it.
Yeah, he'd been alone in this top lane for quite some time. So not
there's the Ice Blast. The hook shot is coming in. They're getting both. No, they're not getting both hits. So it's just the Wraith King. Wraith King probably going down here. But yeah, he has of course his ultimate BKB and he TPs instantly out. They know there's some follow-up, and the follow-up is already happening on Net. So he's going down. The Weaver probably too fast to be killed. But in the end, still, I mean, they lose Net and all that for a Wraith King ultimate. Wraith King ultimate being on level 1, which is good because it's 260 seconds. So it's sort of an achievement. If they fight again, then the Wraith King will die. But yeah, still.
I just don't know why they take that fight. Like they initiated on the Wraith King like he was their target, but he had his ultimate up. They knew that, and well, they used the 10-second BKB on Clockwork. They used his hook. It didn't land on anything. Well, it missed first off. They do manage to find the kill eventually, but it was not a smooth initiation. That just was a bit of a clumsy fight, and that gives them a chance to come back with this Necro 3 chance and just take down this tier 2 tower pretty much.
Yep, absolutely. I think in the mid we have to go. Yep, there is the hookshot as well as the Ice Blast, and now it's just about clicking. But oh my god, he actually did the Viper Strike into the plate mail. I guess he was well aware of the fact that he's gonna die there either way, so why not getting some damage off?
Yeah, they trade the Viper for a tier 2 tower. It's not a big deal. They're all right with that. Get a bit more map control.
I guess it's the best trade you could have done in that situation there. So, but talking about items, like we have the Morphling, of course. We have say the Agents of Immortal directly on him. We have the Ghost Scepter being up, and now, oh my god, they want some harass damage on the Weaver, but there's nothing else to follow up. He's even using time lapse, ending up full HP. But yeah, Ghost Scepter already up on him, and he is working towards the shotgun, which will come out in like, yeah, let's say 2 minutes with the Midas and the farm he got at the moment. Oh, there's an Ice Blast actually flying, but again, look at the Ice Blast where it's targeted. Like, okay,
yeah, he must have some ping issues or something. Like, he's missed enough of these that I would expect Extinct to land these better. Like, I think it must be some sort of just SEA server thing. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one, I think. But yeah, it's been an issue. I mean, that one top was the biggest noticeable one, I guess. I mean, as far as just completely missing it. But I mean, if it keeps going like this, they will miss more important ones in the future too, which is going to be a problem.
Oh, and look at the Sand King. He's still bugged for me, is he?
Yeah, it's been doing this a lot lately. I don't really...
Look at this. He's just... I don't know. He's just celebrating there in the jungle.
He's just a happy guy. Let's just let him be happy.
Look, he's dancing to do.
Definitely isn't. Well, speaking of... Well, him and his team, they are in position to try and take this top tier 1 finally. Necrobook's the only ones really hanging around defending. Looks like they'll just let this go. Nature's Prophet is still just in the trees up above the tower, but not a whole lot he can do right now, so...
I don't think they go for anything there. Now, I mean, they just skipped that creep wave, and in the end, yeah, this tier 1 tower invasion just gives it away. Actually, not that fast as we might have suspected. They go and use the cliff, but in the end, the Clockwork. And he's already fat, like, I mean fat as in having like very decent farm, but now he's even getting the right click there. The Clockwork having now 1,400 gold on top of course, having a BKB. Now the Swarm as well as, of course, the Ice Blast hitting in the mid actually on 3 people. So they have to be careful. The Rocket Flare, that's what I've been talking about. Like the Rocket Flare, it's actually becoming quite a nuisance then later. Like level 4 Rocket Flare, then let's see, Ice Blast is now level 2. Like they have to use quite a lot to get the people again up. And also the Rocket Flare being very annoying, interrupting all the positive earn charges, etc, etc. But still, it doesn't change the fact Titan does not defend their tier 2 tower. They feel like they're not in a position, and talking about that position, I think it's craft time again, and look at this. XP earn. Last time we looked at the crafts, Invasion had like a XP advantage of what, round about 4k or 3k-ish or something. Now Titan was striking back, getting 4k in their direction. Then it's like, since then it's a bit of a roller coaster. But I think, oh my god, I think we have initiation here around the Roche pit. Oh, the Burrow Strike actually off target. Does the stun hit this time? It actually does. Rubik going down, but that cost them so much. Now there's the turnaround. Ned trying to get out. He's getting right click. There's a hook shot on 2, but oh my god, doesn't really matter in the end. Ned is definitely going down. The Wraith King still having enough mana for his ultimate. They have to go back, or they want to go back. There's another little pursuit of the Morphling versus Alchemist, and yep, the Morphling being the winner of this little duel. I don't understand though, why didn't they go for the Wraith King there again? What, everything? Huh? Maybe the Necro unit's too scary.
I don't really know, but at the end of the day, it's a 2-for-2 trade, and well, really wasn't anything to fight over. Not really sure. I guess they're trying to find vision around Roche, but yeah, just maybe both lose a support in the core, so not really the biggest deal for either team there. And well, just back to farming, and game's still pretty damn close. And I don't know. I do worry about Titan's ability to deal with the Morphling into the late game. He's got the shotgun done now, so he'll probably go into, I don't know, he could go for a Butterfly, maybe Scotty, something along those lines. But they don't really have. They need to land the full like AoE magic damage combo on him to kill him. Really, like he needs an epicenter and the Ice Blast on top of him, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Get him.
I mean, a good thing about Morphling is that, like, with the shotgun build on a Morphling, you always try to be with a decent chunk of agility, of course, morph. And when that happens, and you get caught out by this Rocket Flare, Ice Blast, maybe Burst Strike, Epicenter combination, you suddenly find yourself in a very, very awkward position because then you're really low HP, and then you have all this crap on you, which might lead even to a shatter, or at least that you have to go out. So I love the combination, of course, coming up by Titan. Then again, so far we already said it, like the Ice Blast, I don't know, sometimes I think he had some ping issues, you already said that. And I don't know, also the epicenter, like how many good epicenters did we see so far? Just one in the mid, which didn't even lead to a kill on the Viper. Everything else has been, I don't know, he was either not in the position or not there in the fight or died fast, etc, etc. It's just not working at the moment for Net. Like, he had this super fast blink dagger, which was impressive, but since then I just don't see anything coming. Plus, like Veil of Discord or Arcanum Scepter, anything in that direction, he's so far away from that. I mean, he got like, yeah, just 1,000 gold on top of what we got there.
Yep. Invasion's been choosing the fights for the most part, and I think that has an effect on it. But yeah, I do agree that I would have expected a bit more from Net in this game so far. But I mean, the way he plays is he just sits in the trees, he waits for the perfect time, and if he's in the wrong sets of trees, then the fight doesn't come his way, then what do you do? Like,
oh, and this time we have the hookshot initiation on the Morphling. So far he's not dead yet, and he's still not dying now. Eventually he went down, but at the same time they go already for the Weaver, and the Weaver actually going down before he can use time lapse. Now it's a 4-on-4. The question is, do they want more? We actually have an Ice Blast flying. Maybe it hits on something, actually hits on the Rubik, but there has been the Viper Strike. Viper just going back to Morphling. Morphling buying back, that's definitely interesting. So in the end it's a 1-1 trade with a Morphling buyback and a deny on a tower. So small advantage for a Titan. Hashtag
yeah, that buyback felt pretty weird. He was well on his way to... His BKB is his next item, I suppose, here, and I don't blame him for that 100%. I mean, that's what killed him in the last game. I mean, sorry, in that last fight. If he has a BKB, he would not have died there, but... Yeah, that does delay it significantly, so now they can't fight for a good couple more minutes than the delay already would have been for him to finish that. But not the biggest deal in the world, but yeah, the Weaver dying as well certainly helps balance things out a bit. The Weaver is still, I don't know, with the way he started, you think he would have a bit more than he does right now, but just only having the Desolator and 1,000 gold on top of the Lincoln Sphere, it's been okay, but I don't know. With the Morphling does even it out a bit with that buyback, I guess.
But to be honest, like I felt like in the last fight for Titan, pretty much all the stars aligned, because they called the Morphling there, which was of course a very nice hookshot by Ohio, and he had a Morphling, a Morph outside, which means he could have get out of there anytime he wanted, but he was really nicely chain stunned and everything, and all the burst damage coming on top of him. The only thing he got through was of course the strength Morph, but it wasn't enough. To be honest, I think if he would do this fight next time he has a BKB where only the clockwork stun of the hook is going through, then he will be out. So it's not looking good for Titan in the end. Like, this was really just I won't call it luck, because it was of course nicely played, but next time this Morph is coming back for a fight, it's not gonna have the same outcome. Plus of course we have no more outer towers on Titan. Invasion is controlling more and more of the map. The Weaver, sure. Desolator, sure, going now with the Casual Orca Club. Next step into BKB as well. But the good thing is, for Invasion, they are on Dire side. They don't need to push. They have Roshan, get the second Roshan, get a nice fight. They already have like Aegis for 3, but oh, there's a nice Ice Blast, maybe Rocket Flare. Enough for the Wraith King, hashtag question mark. Might be actually enough. Oh, there's a hookshot on 2. That's beautifully done, and Roshan is in there as well. Like, is he actually TPing out? He's TPing out! This is probably...
I think he was just hoping for the timing to grab the Aegis, I would guess. He just kind of missed it on that one, unfortunately, but...
Yeah. Also no shatter there on the Wraith King. It was not enough. And now we see the Viper just trading a bit forward and back. Actually, the Viper taking this is quite a surprise, because the Morphling, if he gets rid of his TP... Oh my god, do we have a go on the Weaver? Yes, we have a go on the Weaver, and there is the stun. Does he get his... No. With this Hex, no way to get the time lapse off. I mean, there is... Yep, the Rocket Flare and the Ice Blast flying, but... Again, your core that is supposed to carry this is a bit relying too much on his Chikuchi ability.
That is the problem with Weaver. I mean, you don't want to be the only real damage dealer in fights. The Alchemist is trying to help out here, but he's gone a bit more utility. SNY helps, but he went for the mech, so he's decently tanky right now. As we see an Epicenter Burst Strike coming in, nicely landed. Morphling gets blown up immediately, but Viper's still alive and trying to do what he can. But you're gonna see Acid Spray lowering that armor, and Viper will go down for the first time here.
Yep, that was a nice strike actually. So I mean, Viper's coming back, but the Morphling being down. Same situation we just had with the Weaver. So in the end, Invasion, I'm not sure if they want to keep going here. Like, yeah, this. The funny thing is, like, this game feels so like the other one. Invasion now being Titan, and just holding the base after they lost all the outer tier towers. So Invasion, I just hope they bring their advantage through. But like, I'm just looking at the crafts, and there is no advantage. Like XP craft wise, it is pretty much flatlined. And when it comes to gold, well, there is an advantage for Invasion, but for the past like 10 minutes there has been barely any progress. Like, even with Roshan and 2 Midases on their side, they can't like increase that craft by a lot. Like, this is, I don't know, less than a K, like 1K growth in 10 minutes. That shows that Titan, when it comes to farming and everything, is very, very effective.
I mean, they have the Alchemist, who flash farms very, very, very quickly, I guess. But I mean, at the same time, Invasion, the Morphling farms pretty quick too now. But
your microphone in Dota TV.
Oh,
I just read in the chat that some viewers said like, oh, it's like it's very funny to listen to HeflaTV talking to his imaginary friend. But trust me, guys, Kylie is for reals.
I'm back, boys. I'm sorry, but yep. Well, yeah, look at this game. I mean, the Weaver, looking towards that BKB, he needs that. He needs damage so badly, though, to actually help contribute with this. But, because, I mean, right now his Desolator, minus armor is great and all, but he's not getting the actual damage shots in to actually follow up on it. So, I don't know. But he does need the BKB as well, I guess, because he's just been just chain disabled. I don't even know. Yeah, he just, the Lincoln's isn't enough. There's way too many things on our team at this point, so. Yeah, he's doing what he has to do, but he does need damage before they can actually win a fight, I think.
But it's still frightening how similar this game is to the other one, because like Invasion was exactly in that position, Titan was exactly in the position Invasion is right now. They had the advantage, like they had like decent farm, they got all the Roshans, and every time they ran into like the other side, the Radiant side, and they lost their Aegis, then they tried steal something, then lost the fight, and every time that happened, they then somehow struck back and. I don't know, it's just feeling the same. I mean, look at what Invasion had and how the other fights were going. Like, I didn't see Titan winning there at all, but now they instantly burst down the Morph, and after that, then Invasion can't really do anything. It's definitely not enough for high ground if you lose the Morphling that fast.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, with him not having the Aegis, I'm not really sure why he was at the front of that with as low health as he was at, because Epicenter just completely destroyed him. No, there's really no other way to put it. He just got annihilated by that AoE combo, but I mean, Viper being up there is fine because he had the Aegis, he is decently tanky as well, but Morphling's in a bad spot there, and I don't know, it's just Titan's ability to initiate right now is just ridiculously good. I mean, Invasion, they have basically a Wraith King blink, that's what they're relying on, but on the side of Titan, I mean, they've got, let's see, Ice Blast, you've got the Clockwork Hook, you've got Blink Epicenter after Burrow Strike. They just have so many ways to jump at you from different angles, and it's really hard to take a high ground fight against this team right now.
Like, in both carries, like the Morph and the Weaver on each side of the team, when they were going or starting with the BKB decision pretty much at the same time. The Weaver won this little race, and I think they also get now the tier tower. He's just making sure with the swarm that no one is hiding there somewhere in the trees, because Hi said you're safe there. But in the end, the Morphling, he has the Myrtle Hammer in the stash. Like, his buyback of the last fight actually made him having this BKB slower than the Weaver. This is quite a surprise, to be honest. I mean, in the end they get at least one tower, so some gold there for Titan. It doesn't really change anything. The Weaver is still farming very well, and to be honest, like, the next item, what is it gonna be? Like, does the Morphling go afterwards into a Butterfly? That might mean for the Weaver he already goes for a MKB right after the BKB? Or what do you think?
I think the MKB is the right decision on Weaver. The chance of Morphling getting Butterfly is just too high, and MKB is good already. Like, you don't even need to be against a Butterfly carry to make it good on that hero, just the way Geminate attack works. So I think that's his best choice. As for the Morphling, Scotty potentially. I mean, tanking up certainly sounds like a decent idea for him right now with how fast he's been getting killed, but that would be kind of 3 defensive items, and he only has space for selling his Midas and then selling his boots and getting boots travel, so he can get 2 more items. So I think Scotty, Butterfly, in either order could work out.
I think in the order you said it, I think he goes for the Scotty first. Like, it's it's one of the best stat givers. You can, like, if you have vision on certain targets, like if you actually get them in right click range, they're not getting away, and mostly the morph, at least on paper, he should be the hero that is, like, even last man standing, unless he really gets focused down, as we saw it already before. But now we actually see the Weaver split pushing here at the bottom line, and there is some support rotating in. The biggest problem for me this game is, of course, the Alchemist not having too much of an impact. I mean, of course, Acid Spray is helping out. It's a nice AoE ability in the fight now. On top of that, there is the Assault Cuirass, of course, coming out. That's additional minus armor. I don't know, the Clockwork, like, interesting farm for sure. I'm kind of missing the 4-staff on him, because so far his hookshot initiations were quite nice and everything, but I'm just seeing him, if he goes for a nice hookshot and his team doesn't follow up instantly, he will die in that cogs just by the external damage outside the cogs. And I don't know, with the BKB alone you can't really do much. But Invasion, they're not even interested in pushing at the moment. By the way, oh here, look, I love this ward. This love is, it's just amazing. It's an awesome position, this side ward.
It just feels, it feels almost so wrong. It's like that word, it does not look like it should be there. Like that's,
yeah, it's one of those spots. I'm pretty sure Ice Rod will at some point maybe change that. But then again, why not? Like, to be honest, this ward is quite popular in the last couple games. I mean, last couple games, it's bullshit what I'm talking. Like in the few, I don't know, weeks in 6.81 where we also saw some Tinker action going on. Like with Tinker always like blinking here in the side trees, like this ward actually became quite popular, because then you can see where the Tinker is, you can initiate on him. All you need is, of course, some sort of blink or maybe hookshot initiation, something like that. So yeah, that's why I've seen this ward like 3 or 4 times in the last 2 weeks alone.
Yep, and yeah, I mean, you said it earlier. I mean, this game has just gone. It's just pretty damn passive right now. I mean, both teams have shown they can win fights, and I don't know, they're just kind of waiting things out right now. And Roche will be up in about 2 minutes, so that's probably the next point for Invasion to go for. They're just going to farm up until then, try and get Morphling towards his next item.
Yep.
Wraith King looking for, could be a Mjolnir or an AC. I think AC might be a little bit better here, but normally we've seen Mjolnir, but with the slight nerf, maybe we don't, but it's not that huge. He could go either, it would be fine.
No, he should go for AC here for his team. That definitely helps. Like, I mean, the Viper could use, of course, the armor there on top. He's only at 16, and yeah, he would be at like 21 just by that aura. Of course, the Morphling being under heavy focus, he could use that armor as well. And the supports wouldn't mind either way. Plus, of course, at some point they want to siege the towers, and therefore minus armor on the buildings would help as well. So I really hope he does not go Maelstrom Mjolnir's combination.
Normally when you go Mjolnir, you go for the Maelstrom first. So I'm pretty sure it's to be the AC here. And yeah, they also kind of need it to counteract the one that Alchemist has picked up from the other team. So yeah, if the other team is an AC and you don't, you notice, you melt ridiculously fast. They need that positive armor aura as well as the negative to try and deal with the one the Alchemist has gone for. And you pointed out earlier, it hasn't seemed like he's had a whole lot of impact. He's gone basically Aura Lord this game, Mechanism, gotten an S and Y for just some basic stats, movement speed, getting around, things like that, but AC as well. And he could go for an Abyssal Blade or something like that now, potentially, now that he's got a little bit of tankiness to him. Get a little bit of extra lockdown against that Morphling would be pretty nice here. And
yep,
yeah, an Abyssal would be actually quite nice.
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting. Like, I mean, the Alchemist, yeah, 3.6. It's not looking bad for him. I mean, Grievous Creed maxed the bottle at some point. He doesn't really need it. And oh, I think we see a fight. By the way, we are almost at the same time of when the last game pretty much spiraled in one direction. Like 50-minute mark. That was last time when we saw big fights happening, etc. There's the Swarm, not finding anything. There's a Rocket Flare scouting out that Rubik was hiding in the trees. The Viper here in a bit, well, awkward position, but then again, a Viper with 2.3k HP, with a pipe, with a mech. Oh, I don't think he cares too much. And yeah, the Weaver, well, they could use the Weaver, of course, as some like slow siege tool, but then again, the problem is we have 2 Blink Daggers on the other side and a lot of like D-magic against the Lincolns. I don't think that would work out.
It's gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be a tough fight either way. I mean, we haven't seen a decisive fight in a very long time. We've seen a lot of like 2-for-2s or like 2 heroes just getting picked off somewhere. We haven't seen a like a 4-for-3 or a 5-for-3 or anything like that in the longest time. It's been
we didn't fight for the last 10 minutes. Like we just been looking at items and progressions and crafts and rush timer. By the way, talking about rush timer, they do rush now, but this is such a standoff. It's exactly what happened last game. There was like a really dry spot when it came to like kills per minute. It was like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes. No, oh my god. Sand King, he went in there and he snatched it. Now the question is, does he get out of it with this insolence or does he not? Actually, no, he does not. I mean, it's a nice gimmick because he's back in about 55 seconds. That means invasion, no ages. I mean, it's a nice play. And that one kill on the Sand King.
I think that's worth it for him.
Yeah.
You don't want to throw your life away, obviously, but that will make they've shown that they've had a hard time pushing into high ground, and taking away the Aegis on potentially the Morphling maybe this time around makes things
Morphling, by the way, both ultimate orbs now. Oh, actually no, he sold one of the ultimate orb. Now he got it. Both ultimate orbs now in the check-in is going directly to the secret shop, and well, even without Aegis, they still want to go because they know, okay, no epicenter is there, and they will do quite some damage here on, of course, the tier 3 tower. But oh my god, Alchemist stunning himself again. But the Clockwork is going in, and there's the Shivas. A lot of damage, of course, on the Rubik by the Ice Blast. Ice Blast not hitting anything. Now Rubik definitely being dead, and now Invasion going back. It repeats itself. History is just repeating itself here. Just
yeah, that was without
teams.
Epicenter too. That fight actually should have gone worse for Invasion than it did, to be honest. If the Alchemist doesn't get lifted by the Rubik there, I think 2 heroes get stunned and then they lose them immediately. But instead, the Alchemist stun was disjointed, so that didn't come through, and the Ice Blast didn't hit as many people, and then there wasn't really a follow-up stun to just blow the heroes up. So it was nicely played by Rubik to make that fight as not a big deal as it was. But yeah, I mean, it's can't break high ground, but I mean, I see Titan having a similar issue doing the same the other way around. It's gonna be shotgun is not a whole
this
lot.
shotgun is not too impressive actually on the Weaver, especially if Weaver with the Heart of Tarrasque doesn't even care about the tower anymore. Tower not even triggering the Heart of Tarrasque, as you guys know. So I don't know, we're almost at the 15-minute, and oh my god, we have a stun here on the Clockwork. I mean, he has still everything ready. Of course, there's the Shivas, and he's TPing out, but he did it without the BKB, and that means he's dead.
It's a godlike streak too, going to Nature's Prophet, so
that was very strange. I think that might have been a small misplay. Then again, oh wait, the BKB is 4 seconds. Meh. So I don't know.
He has buyback. He's gonna have to use it, and that should. Well, we'll see if it stalls the push out. They do have the epicenter still.
But it still hurts. This is 1,200 gold given away, a buyback as well. So everything Titan worked so hard for in the last 10 minutes, pretty much, like keeping up with the farm, like interrupting that Roshan and everything, this all goes down now. And Invasion, they're falling back and like just, I don't know, clapping their hands and saying like, hey, oh, we're happy, we got the godlike streak. So there goes our 1,000 gold plus Clockwork bought back. So within the next 5 minutes, if there's any sort of window, maybe another kill on the Clockwork or kill on anyone else, we can go high ground.
This Weaver is just rolling full tank. I mean, he's gone 3 defensive items. He's even got his treads on strength. Doesn't really matter that much at this point in the game, but like.
But he needs MKB or anything else, or crit,
he needs
something.
Yeah, Daedalus or MKB, and he can only go for one of them now, which is kind of the problem with going 3 defensive items, is that you're kind of hamstrung damage-wise. He needs the damage still to fight. I don't necessarily agree with the Heart here. I think the Lincoln's BKB was fine. Heart is a good item on Weaver, don't get me wrong, but when you already have 2 defensive items in the bank, you don't really. I don't know. Going back for a Heart seems like a bit much, but he hasn't been getting picked off a ton, so I can't blame him too much. But he's the team's damage. He has to be the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Alchemist helps, but he's gone S and Y, he's gone auras, stuff like that. He doesn't have a lot of damage either.
But I understand his choice going so defensive, because if you look what's coming his way, I mean, there is 2 supports trying to initiate on him with Rayfire Blast, as well as, of course, I don't know, Fate Ball and Telekinesis. They can have enough potential to take off the Lincoln Sphere and then lock him down for even more. then so the BKB and HP pool and the Lincolns against the Initiates, it's kind of justified, especially if you have then a Nature's Prophet with a Hex on top of that, and then a Morphling like even with a shotgun waiting for you, then I don't know, Viper Strike as well. So going that defensive, I think that was his only way to really have a decent chance in the fights, even if he's getting focused. But now it's getting dangerous. We have a 4-man smoke here, and I was talking already about it. If the Clockwork dies, he has buyback cooldown. That would be the window for Invasion to make something happen. And oh, there's a hook shot on the Nature's Prophet. So he's probably going down before the rest of the team actually arrives. And yes, but now they're wrapping out and they got, yep, they got their kill they wanted on the AA. Now it gets interesting though. Are they getting all out? Yes, they're getting all out. So anyway, 1-1 trade.
Yep, and the buyback immediately from Nature's Prophet won't find much of anything. He's almost 6-slotted, so he doesn't really care that much about spending gold at this point. But that means buyback's down for a couple of minutes here. If there is a big fight, he won't be able to come back again. So I'm not really sure about that buyback. He wanted to try and find Net, but I mean, Net with the Sandstorm just blinks away. No harm, no foul on him, and well, things settle down a bit, and heroes are about to reach the cores at least, reaching that point where they don't get much stronger than they are right now. I mean,
this one I don't understand. Like Butterfly on Weaver. Okay.
So that's I mean, it does help your damage output, but that's also mostly
it's nice
defensive.
against the Morphling, right? Like I guess, but
I mean, it forces Prophet to go MKB. Morphling's already. Well, things Morphling can still go MKB if he wants to. I mean, he has plenty of defensive items of his own. He can sell to Midas and buy it, but we'll see what he goes for next. I think that is what he wants, but
I mean, it's what he has to. Like, if this really goes man fight, then of course they need MKB to shoot through the Weaver, because with this HP pool and everything, plus evasion on top of it, of course he's quite some tanky bug there. I don't know though. I think we're gonna see a Halberd pretty soon on the Clockwork, so that's quite nice. But yeah, the problem is, and the funny part is, like 52 minutes ago in the draft, I've been talking about this, that like the Wraith King has the opportunity to go for more damage, and now we actually see this. I think the Wraith King is gonna be the one we are finding, and oh my god, they initiate on the Rubik instantly melting, but in the background only the fight going with the Wraith King and the Viper. Now the Weaver shooting through. The Viper, is it enough? It should be, in theory at least, but the cheese. Say cheese, and he's full HP, but a triple burrow strike. Does he get the epicenter through? Yes, it does a ton of damage. Now, kill the Wraith King, maybe? No, he does not. At least that ultimate could have been gone, but in the end, it's not enough. The Morph is coming in. Do they have enough? There's another Ray Fire Blast into... Oh my god, he's still living. I have no idea how, but the damage over time will just kill him. So 3 for 2. I don't know why he didn't do one shot on the Wraith King at least and Chikuchi out, because the Wraith King's stun in the end was the thing that actually killed him. That took the Aegis off, the Lincolns off, and that's why the Viper Strike and everything else went through.
That fight just shows that the Weaver, he lived a long time, which is nice, but I mean, it doesn't matter. The rest of his team was dead around him, and then he has no damage to actually kill anybody at this point in time, and where else are they going to find damage now? I mean, I guess Alchemist, he's going Mjolnir, so they're going to get some from that, which is certainly nice, but once he finishes that, he's 6-slotted pretty much, so that'll be his last major item here, unless he wants to, I don't know, sell something at some point, but I mean, that's just boots travel. They got nowhere to get the damage from, whereas you look at Invasion and their potential for growth here, I mean, Wraith King, he's still got...
Do we ever go here on the Alchemist? Actually, no, he's stunning the Morphling, but instant morph out.
Yeah, replicates out, and I mean, Invasion... So, Morphling's about as jacked as he gets, so that's pretty much... He's pretty much done. Same can be said for Nature's Prophet, one more item here it looks like, but Wraith King's still got a long way to go. He can turn into a real pain in the ass to deal with. I just don't see any way Titan can keep up with this as this goes on, because they just don't have any damage potential right now, and Weaver is as strong as he gets. This Butterfly pickup is just suspect to me.
Yeah, I mean, no, I still understand it, but I mean, there's still the option of a Weaver, for example, selling the boots, because you're on the movement speed you require anyway in the Chikuchi, and you're just not on it while you're not in Chikuchi, so you're a bit slower in summary. But I mean, what is exactly the time window between two Chikuchis? It's like less than a second, wasn't it?
It's very quick, but I think you still
6-second duration. No, it's 2 seconds. It's exactly 2 seconds in between. So that's for the 2 seconds you're slower. But in the mid, the Wraith King, is that a bait? Oh my god, he stuns the Alchemist. Alchemist with the ultimate up, and he's gonna get cold feet on him as well there. And he's gonna die as well. There's a hookshot attempt, but it is hitting directly on the Rubik. The Rubik for now surviving, and the Platemate doing so much damage to the Rubik. Still surviving. I can't even believe it, but now they try to ham through. The Weaver is back there, and I think they have to all go out. This is another 1-1 trade we see here. Now there's an Ice Blast flying on the Rubik. It would have killed him, so in the end it's a 1-2 trade at the moment. The Morph has to be careful. There is a nice Barrier Strike as well, but Alchemist stunning in the background himself. I heard the sound. Yes, and oh well, the Wraith King. Maybe the Wraith King dying would be nice at least to get his ultimate off. But yeah, they're all blinking out. They're well aware, but Weaver, no, he doesn't want to dive. But maybe they get a tier 2 tower at least. So finally, some action, some movement here on the whole thing coming.
I mean, the mech it's nice to have for Alchemist, but at this point, I almost want to see him sell it and buy a Super Basher, because I mean, he got a ton of damage off in that fight. If he actually...
He's melting down. This looks like a Roshan. It's not quite Roshan HP bar. This looks like a cooldown for, I don't know, a rocket launch. Like 10, 9, 8. They didn't even need 10 seconds for this.
Yeah, AC Acid Spray, Desolator, absolutely just melts it.
Poor Roshan having pretty much the armor of an IO. That wasn't really healthy for him. But either way, this was then in the end a 2-for-1 trade with a with the Roshan on top. Tower did not take even damage.
Definitely benefits Titan there, and the Alchemist the way that fight kind of shaped up, he was able to do more than I thought he would. As you see, Morphling does go Monkey King Bar for his last item, so he will be able to fight through that Butterfly. But yeah, Alchemist, I think selling the mech might be something he just has to do here. If he can reliably get shots off like that, having a Basher or a Super Basher in that situation, they get way more kills. I like the Mjolnir still, just because it allowed them to attack just ridiculously fast. It's fun to watch, and yeah, he actually is selling the mech. He's doing exactly what I just said, so
yep.
I feel a little bit good about that. But yeah, mech at this point doesn't really do that much, so I think this is the right way to go.
Yeah, you know what I'm missing this game? Epicenters. Like, I actually do. I miss epicenters, like all of those fights where have been the epicenters. And now Morphling and Weaver just saying hello to each other. Morphling not having a replicate of himself or any other hero. Nope. They don't even want to go for it.
Yeah, as far as the epicenters go, the last couple of these fights, we see Ohio being typically the major initiator, and Cogs just have a tendency to just divide things up and makes the epicenters less effective. Also, there's the pipe. The last fight he used on the Nature's Prophet. And
I think it gets interesting though. We have an invisibility rune on the Wraith King. And if Weaver sees the Morphling, if they get an initiation there, oh my god, they go on a Morphling initiation. The Ice Blast will hit, but he's replicating out. But there is the hookshot on the Rubik, so Rubik again down. And the rest of Invasion there, just like, get the hell out of here, guys. One of us is already dead. We have to get the hell away. And there's a chunk of creeps here pushing versus the tier 3 tower. And this is what's pretty much holding Titan back to go for more. But I don't know, maybe they could try the Weaver at least going for the tower then TPing back. The biggest problem is, yeah, Weaver not having a TP. I was just about to say that, but he just replaced his PTs with BOTs. That's definitely interesting. I thought he might actually drop them completely and go for the items we already said. The Swarm is coming out, and now the tower damage. I think he can get the tower down. No, Cliff.
I think I see your point on this movement speed thing, but I think he still, with how close this game is, he needs the boots of travel for if there's a fight in the opponent's base. He needs the opportunity to buy back BOTs in. Like that needs to be available. I think so. You would like to go for one more item here to get some damage, but the boots of travel pretty much required here. They're going to need him to have that buyback and TP available.
Absolutely. Like with potential split push coming out by Morphling and or the Furion, yeah, you definitely need the BOTs. So like this not having anything, I don't know, anything as in TPs, I don't think that would work out in the long run. You're absolutely right there. I mean, if he wants to go for more damage, he has to sell something. I don't know, the BKB obviously not. It's also a 7-second BKB, so still high in value. When it's 4 seconds, maybe it's worth to drop it, and I don't know. It's very strange. Like, we have to look at the crafts again, because that's I guess the most exciting thing we're gonna see in the next 2 minutes. It's experience-wise, it's so close. 2,500 for invasion, but when that updates, it might actually be flatlined or just staying there. When it comes to gold, 7,500 for invasion. This is nothing. In the 16th minute, what is 7,500? This is something you have at 20 minutes or something with a tower advantage, but here it doesn't really matter. Then again, invasion already had all this gold advantage by having towers. Like, there's no outer tower left whatsoever of Titan. So, and Titan now just striking back all the way. Let's see. I don't think they keep their gold advantage for much longer if we actually... Oh my god, do they find the Wraith King? That would be bad.
They're hanging around that vicinity. I'm not sure they'll quite find him here, but yeah, it's like basically these outer tier towers for invasion at this point, they don't really matter at all. They're just gonna probably let them go if there's a fight.
Ancient Apparition was found by the Wraith King, but is there some sort of initiation? No, there's the Swarm coming out, but they don't initiate on this. To be honest, I think they could have fought this. They
don't really want to without the Ice Blast, I guess, but they maybe could have, but I mean, Alchemist was mid lane. They're not fighting without him. There's no way in hell. They need him 100%. But
yeah. Oh. But now, yeah, they see themselves in a position where they have to defend. Of course, top. It looks like there is a huge invasion train coming your way, and they want to hit the tier 3 tower. So let's see what's happening there. Oh, the Alchemist already going in, getting some shotgun action here. But of course, he's just using his ultimate, and he's up in just a couple seconds. The acid spray as well as the cogs, of course, make it quite hard to go into there. They still try to do some damage on a tier 3 tower, of course. Oh, now they actually go in. They wanted to initiate on the Beaver, but it doesn't really work. Oh my god, Net already being in there again. No epicenter, but he's coming back, of course, against the Aegis. There has been the Abyssal Blade on the Beaver. Beaver still now back and trying to chew through everything. The Alchemist actually going down. Now there's more buybacks, and now there is the epicenter. Maybe enough for the Wraith King. Yeah, it is. The Morphling also going down, and now it's just Lone Survivor, Nature's Prophet, and of course the Wraith King. The Wraith King will die a second time. Nature's Prophet made it out, so he's the last man standing in this fight. How many buybacks were that? 2 only on the Clockwork as well as the Alchemist, and now it's holla holla, get the dollar, or get to the chopper, get to anything that's really fast enough to bring you to the tier 3 tower of invasion space. At least get those buybacks out, force them out. We have buybacks on the Morphling, of course, we have buybacks on the Viper and the Furion, but Furion is not even dead. So those 2 cores, at least force those buybacks out. Number 1 is there, and maybe we get number 2 as well.
Yeah, they'll be forced to back off, and trying to get the top tower maybe something they could look to do here, but I just really, I don't know. It also doesn't matter a whole lot. Viper actually is forced to buy back here. The damage to the tower is pretty significant, actually.
Oh, yeah, it is, and no clips available. Look at this attack speed and everything. They might have as well go for the racks. Do they? No. I think this is really just strike and go back. Guerrilla tactics.
And I still snagging that tier 3 tower, so nice find from them. Not getting the racks quite yet, but first blood as far as tier 3 towers are concerned, and now I'm going to go back and push the bottom lane out.
Yeah, I tell you though, Kylie, this is really absolutely ridiculous, because it's exactly what I saw last game. Just all the time Titan having the advantage, like getting all the towers very early, and then they wipe on high ground and lose something in return each time they go for high ground. And now it's exactly the same here. Titan is the defender, but oh, Nature's Prophet? No, Net makes it out there with a Sandstorm Blink combination. But let's see, it looks like they maybe want to do something in the mid, but I think they just sent out a memo, guys, get the hell back. We just do what we just did pretty much 2 minutes ago. We defend our high ground and then strike back with full force.
Yep, and I mean, look at these heroes. I mean, so we got the cores are basically, the damage healing cores are, they're done farming. They don't have anything else left to go, but Wraith King still, I think, the biggest potential growth here. Has an Abyssal Blade done now and can still get Boots Travel, 1 more item. He's carrying the gem right now too, and he probably will remain the gem carrier the entire game unless Viper takes it. So I don't know, it's 1 more big item for him.
Oh, we have initiation here. The Prophet came in there. It's already the hacks on the Clockwork, but he hook shot out. So in the end, all they got is 4 seconds BKB, which doesn't lose any seconds anymore. So we still have Net here. Come on, Net. Oh, there's the Burrow Strike. No, nice. If he didn't use that Burrow Strike into the trees, I think we would have seen a kill here on Net. But yeah, very nice reaction. 4 stuff into Burst Strike because Blink Dagger was still on cooldown.
Yep, and I mean, I don't know, this game, neither team really can push into high ground that well. I would say Titan stands the best chance of it because if they, I don't know, they can get more chip damage off quickly with the Alchemist at the very least, and the Acid Spray on top of that, but they really don't want a chance in big fight either because if Alchemist gets caught out and taken out, he's all their damage.
I think it's Titan's turn to try something, to find someone, find a single target, possibly, or hopefully something that already had a buyback used. That would be, of course, the potential candidates would have been on the other side the Clockwork, and on Invasion sides that would be the Morphling and the Viper. But yeah, they don't find anything. Actually, Invasion was much closer with their gank attempt. But let's see, I mean, maybe they go for some sort of pushing here in the tier 2 tower. Then again, oh god, 5-man smoke, full-time action here. If they get the Weaver down, that might be bad. And they get the initiation, the stun as well as the telekinesis now. Oh my god, he is just getting obliterated too much. Now they all have to come back. The Weaver, does he have buyback?
He
oh
does.
My god. Don't tell me. Yes, he has buyback, but the Alchemist going to work here already on the Alchemist, but now he's counter-stunned and he's going down as well. He's one of those candidates not having the buyback. A random stun by the Wraith King. This is so unfortunate. I think we're gonna see a very fast GG right now. All the buybacks coming still, but look at this tower melting. They will instantly go for mid, and yeah, this is the GG. This is exactly, we've been waiting for this 25 minutes till just one guy who does not have a buyback, or who dies back pretty much, is dying, and this time it was the Weaver. So nicely played by Invasion. They also take game number 2, even though they found themselves in such an awkward position like Titan game 1, that they were pushing against high ground, and every time they just got a slap by Titan with, I don't know, a tower or a bad fight, whatever. So yeah, 2-0 for Invasion.
Yeah, very impressive, and I mean, this is going up against Titan, the team that was invited to TI. And Invasion, they've shown in JDL that they are a force to be reckoned with. I think they're winning the league handily right now, and especially after beating Titan, one of the few teams with only 2 losses left, they're in very good position to take the top spot. So they've shown that they're a team to watch out for in Southeast Asia and into the future. This team from Malaysia, and Titan, well, they've got some work to do at the very least.
Yep. Okay, and all that being said, guys, my name is HeflaTV, and with me was Horatio. We are casters here from HeflaTV, a label that always tries to bring as much as possible Dota to you, and I really hope you enjoyed the cast. Like, if you do so, then of course give us a follow here on Twitch on both of our English channels, as well as maybe my channel where we sometimes use it, of course, for bigger tournaments where we need free channels. That is HeflaTV 1, 2 and HeflaTV. On YouTube, under the same name HeflaTV, you're gonna find the VODs of these games. Game 1 is already uploaded, thanks to Coucher. Shout out to Coucher for our awesome VODsman. And of course, if you want to know what games are going on, when, where, what caster, what channel, then go on our Twitter and Facebook. There you get all the information you need. I think we are going back online 20 CET with Hehe United versus My Insanity. But for now, yeah, we're going definitely offline on this channel, just because there are no games. So enjoy whatever else you're watching. I really hope you enjoyed this cast. So see ya, guys. Some music, some ads. Please watch them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.